preview of what's upcoming. Don't you like to know what's going on?
Yes. Yes.
You're looking at me funny. Next Tuesday is a test, correct?
Yes.
We will have a lesson on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Right?
Yes.
The next Monday, which will be like the 14th, if you're turning in a homework pass for bonus, it is due on that day, the 14th. All right? I'm not saying you can't turn it in ahead of time. That's the last day I will take it. All right? Understand that? Now, remember the quiz that we took a long time ago that I haven't given back yet on all the trig functions, the matching quiz?
Yes.
Instead of taking a grade on it, how many ever you got right is going to be bonus.
Yes.
So that's your 2 bonuses for this semester.
Sweet.
Okay?
Yes.
Understand that?
Yes.
Now, the final. I've got a schedule here. On Monday the 14th and Tuesday the 15th, in class will be reviews. And there'll be reviews for you all. It's not an oral review. I have a whole sheet of things for you to study. All right? Semester test for you all is a 1-hour test instead of the normal 2-hour test. So on Wednesday, the 16th, is when tests start. And I'm just going to read you. If you do not have a test that hour, it is considered, quote, academic support, which means you are supposed to use them as study halls. All right? So on Wednesday, the 16th, first hour is academic support. Second hour, this hour is our test. So ours is right off the bat. Ours is the very first test given. Third hour is academic support. Fourth hour is a test. Fifth hour is academic support. Sixth hour is a test. And seventh hour is academic support.
Oh, so it's like every other.
It's even hours on Wednesday. All right? Now, on Thursday, the only tests are third hour and seventh hour. All the other hours are academic support. Okay? Friday is first hour and fifth hour is a test. Second, third, and fourth are academic support. And at 1:05, school is out.
So we don't have 7th hour.
Yeah, on Thursday. Thursday was third and seventh.
Oh.
Wednesday's 2, 4, 6.
And then Monday's first.
So do we still have to come then, even if we exempt?
Okay, that's what I'm not sure of. If you're exempt from my class, then you are not your test day. What I don't know is like, okay, you're exempt, so you don't come Wednesday. What I don't know is if you are exempt from my class on Thursday and Friday. And it makes sense to me that if you're exempt, that you would, but that's supposed to be time to study for other tests. So I don't know the answer to that. They gave us this, it's a 5-page thing, and I read it twice, and it does not say it. But I got
this time to school, I'm going to be very upset.
That makes sense for the test.
Well,
Is that you could study for the test at home. But if you're exempting all the tests that I'm
Yeah,
doing,
See,
then I
that's
can go
what's
test and study
frustrating.
for it.
Like I'm not.
right,
Precisely.
and I don't know the answer. If you're exempting all the tests, why would you come for the, I don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
I really don't.
Okay.
I have not seen anybody to ask, and so we'll have to get more clarification. But I did want you to know when your tests were and what was happening, that they are 1-hour tests. Now, I will tell you that I don't know if that affects any of you guys in here. But if you're in an AP class, they are 2-hour tests.
So how would that affect, because like I'm in an AP class, but I'm going to exempt it anyways, but how would that affect people that are having to take compliant? Because all the, you just wouldn't know your study.
Right, right. Like, I have AP third hour. So their test is on Thursday. So their test for me will be third and fourth hour, and somebody else will have my fourth hour.
Okay.
Because I have to finish with my AP tests. Okay, does that make sense on what's happening?
Yes.
It's kind of nice to know what's going on sometimes, isn't it? Instead of, but I will see if I can get an answer to that last question. I really don't know, but I'll see what I can find out, okay? All right, are we ready to have an easy day?
Yes.
Yes.
As long as it is, let's see.
Actually, I don't think it's a bad day. I don't. I think all of this, in fact, this is the chapter that I really am hopeful that we will have some really good test grades. Because it has not been a hard chapter. It has been, now what happens is some of you forget whether you're doing sine or cosine. So you have to be careful. You have to know those formulas. And there's a formula today. Today we're doing what's called Heron's formula. And there's a funny story about Heron's formula. Let me see what page I need you to be on. Page 661. Called Heron's formula. It allows us to find the area of a triangle without knowing the base and the height, because that's the only way you found it before. And for some of these triangles, finding the base and the height is extremely difficult. But the funny thing is, this guy named Heron came up, he said he came up with a formula. He said he presented this formula out in their big forum area and said, this is my formula and it works, and he proved it. And come to find out, somebody else came along later and said, he didn't come up with that formula, he stole it. But they didn't know who he stole it from, so they took the N off this name, and so they call it Hero's formula. So sometimes you will see it as Heron's, sometimes you will see it as Hero's. It's the same formula. Yeah. But there are a lot of the stuff was stolen from people because they had no way, there was no patent, there was no copyright. They just, hey, what are you working on today? And then put their name on it. It happens. It happened a lot more then than it does now. So it allows us to find area of a triangle. An area of a triangle of Heron's formula is equal to the square root of S times S minus A times S minus B times S minus C. You know what A, B, and C are, don't you?
Yeah.
What?
The lengths of the sides of triangles.
Right. The S is called the semi-perimeter. S is equal to 1/2 A plus B plus C. All right? Does that seem fairly simple? It is, and I'm going to tell you we have a fairly short assignment. Because I didn't want to add it into law of cosines, but I thought you needed to learn it. So, if I tell you that A is 15.4 meters, B is 22.6 meters. And C is 26 meters. My question is, what is the area of that triangle that is formed? Can you tell me? Can you tell me what S is? What?
32 because it's half.
32 even?
Oh, yes, that's just
So, my area is equal to the square root of 32 times 32 minus 15.4 times 32 minus 22.6 times 32 minus 26. Now, try doing this formula before you add calculator.
That would have been horrible.
No, there was worse. There was a whole lot worse than this.
Is the answer 173.1 meters?
What? 173.1 square meters.
How is it still squared if you just square rooted it?
It's this meters times this meters times this meters. It's actually meters to the fourth.
Yeah.
So when I square root it, it's square meters. Right? Does this make sense?
Yes.
This is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Now, before Tuesday, what formulas do you have to know? You have to know law of sines. And I think most of you know law of sines.
Law signs,
Law of cosines, you know law of cosines, and you have to know Heron's formula.
I can do that.
All right?
I can do that. That is
Easy, easy. Lemon